KNBC 9 News at 4 starts now.
We're getting Kansas prepared for changes at the grocery store, the tax you're leaving behind in 2024.
And we have been stuck in this gray pattern all week long. We're about to see some changes. I'll let you know when this storm system moves out and sunshine moves in.
Plus, repurposing old bikes. The Olathe man who coordinates this effort so hundreds of kids can learn how to ride. We want to begin in Kansas, though, where a change is coming in 2025, and it's going to save you money. Good afternoon. I'm Jamie Weiss.
And I'm Jackson Kurtz. Laura and Kelly have the day off. KNBC 9's Morgan Mobley joins us from the Price Chopper in Roland Park. And Morgan, you've talked to several shoppers today who say this will be a welcome relief.
So many people we talked to here today say just standing in this checkout line brings a great deal of stress. So really any bit of help to get this number down right here is a big deal for them. And that extra bit of help is coming really soon. In just a few days, on January 1st, Kansans will no longer pay state sales tax on groceries. They will still pay city and county imposed taxes, but the current state tax of 2% will be reduced down to 0. This is all part of Governor Laura Kelly's Axe the Food tax bill, a 3-year plan to reduce the state sales tax on groceries, which was at 6.5% in 2022. In 2023, it was reduced down to 4%. In 2024, down to 2%. Now, when the bill was introduced, Kansans had one of the highest food sales taxes in the nation.
I'm excited. That means I get to eat more and not worry about what I'm buying. All the, taxes is high, very high.
Governor Laura Kelly says she expects an average family of 4 to now be saving upwards of $500 per year on groceries. Reporting live in Roland Park, Morgan Mobley, KNBC 9 News.
All right, Morgan, thank you. It's projected by the end of 2024, shoppers will have saved more than $500 million in sales tax on groceries since the acts of the tax began.
Missouri voters have some changes coming in 2025 as well. The state's near total ban on abortion has been overturned. Voters passed Amendment 3 at the polls last month. Planned Parenthood then filed a lawsuit requesting the restrictions in place on abortion to be blocked. A Jackson County judge went line by line, overturning some while keeping others in place. Proposition A will also go into effect. The minimum wage will increase to $13.75 per hour. This also requires paid sick leave. State leaders have to launch sports betting as well by December 2025.
Well, now to first alert weather with meteorologist Neville Miller. Neville, when can we see the sun again? This fog and rain, it's just gloomy.
It is gloomy out there, Jackson, but you know what? Actually, some of us are seeing a few breaks in the clouds right now. So good news for some of us currently. Here's how things are shaping up on clouds and radar. Our storm system that brought us more of that rain earlier today, it's lifting off to the north and east, and behind it, there are some breaks, especially if you live on the Kansas side. You might be able to see a little glimmer of the sun here before it sets in about 50 minutes or so. This will be all part of another, really just kind of our active pattern. So one system lifts out, another system moves in. We'll likely have another round of fog for tomorrow morning. And then as we go through your day on Saturday, maybe a few showers, mainly well south and east of the metro. Again, we're kind of on the edge of those thicker clouds. And then heading into Sunday, more patchy fog as possible in the morning, but then we should see sunshine area-wide breakout for the afternoon. So hang in there as far as your weekend forecast goes. Most of us are cloudy now, but there is some sunshine. Tomorrow, fog in the morning, a cloudy day otherwise, 53 for a high. Sunday, another chance of fog early. We all should get in on some sunshine Sunday afternoon, lower 50s for highs. We will see some big temperature changes heading into next week, and I'll let you know when our temperatures fall. That's coming up.
Well, now to breaking news in Kansas City. Police are now ruling an early December shooting a homicide. Officers responded to North Lawn Avenue on December 10th. They found 26-year-old Jalen Andrews in the doorway of an apartment complex with several gunshot wounds. Detectives learned he died of his injuries yesterday. If you know anything that can help them solve this case, call the Crime Stoppers Tips hotline 816-474-TIPS.
A Sedalia woman is in custody accused of stabbing 2 people at a foster home. Police arrested Elijah Riggs on Monday. They say she cut one person on his leg and stabbed another person in the shoulder. Investigators say Riggs told officers she was angry over having to clean up a mess. She's facing several assault and weapons charges. And Kansas City firefighters are working to figure out how a blaze started. They responded to East 79th Street just before 7:30 this morning. No one was inside, which is some some good news there. But you can see all the smoke that was coming out of the home. Firefighters tell us they've been here for fires before. The home is listed as vacant. No injuries reported.
Well, here's the latest drive times this afternoon. Downtown 71 Highway, 18 minutes. I-70 eastbound downtown to Blue Springs, 16 minutes. I-35 downtown to Olathe, also 18 minutes. Not too bad. Let's take a live look at the roads. The sun's kind of coming out right there. We're staying in Kansas City for this first one. 71 Highway at 19th Street near downtown. We have nothing to report. Looks all like smooth sailing right now.
A worker for the city of Olathe saw too many bikes being dumped in the trash, so he organized a way to fix them up and get them to school kids. KMBC 9's Krista Tatchell spoke with him today about the effort to get these kids on wheels.
When I was a kid, the bike racks at my school were filled with dirt bikes. Everybody wanted a new bike, but sometimes those bikes cost a lot. They still do to this day. That's why one man in Olathe wants to get bikes in the hands of kids for free.
These are a few examples of bicycles that have been brought into the transfer station.
These rusted and busted bikes will get a makeover, courtesy of Olathe City worker Brian Ottenschneider and inmates at the Lansing Correctional Facility.
This was the very first load we brought back, so we brought, I think, close to 250 bikes to them this year, and we've received 50 back, but it's probably not the last.
Brian collects the bikes, takes them to the Lansing Bike Shop, where they get pumped up with new chains, tires, and paint. Then Brian delivers the new and improved batch to elementary school kids. The bikes they are given away for free.
It serves a good purpose, and if we can get anything out of the trash it can be reused, that's ideal. Every kid that wants a bike should have a bike.
In the Olathe School District, there is a program for children, if they receive a bike, that they can learn how to ride it at school. And if you're a parent and you never learned how to ride a bike so you can't teach your child, they'll teach you too. Krista Tatchell, KMBC 9 News.
Brian plans on heading up a bike collection event every October.
Well, the investigation into a deadly plane crash in Asia continues. The new evidence suggesting Russia could be responsible.
Getting answers on holiday spending, the clues these numbers give about the economy.
And we're getting you prepared for tonight's Mega Millions drawing, the money up for grabs.
Your station leading the way with First Alert Weather, Kansas City's most experienced team, KMBC 9 News. Well, China is now home to the world's largest ice and snow theme park.
It's attracting visitors from all over the world. The park opened its doors this week.
That is so cool to see. The grand opening lines up with the region's annual Harbin Ice and Snow Festival. The festival includes snow sculptures, ice bars, winter swimming, and dog sledding. The festival usually lasts until mid-February.
Wow.
That's gorgeous.
It looks like a Marvel movie or something. Like,
It's a Marvel movie,
not like
Disney
a real
World.
place.
Yeah, that is so cool. And that's about as close as we are to getting any snow right now. It's cloudy. We're seeing a little bit of sunshine trying to sneak out. Otherwise, it's just been a gray week and really no change right now. Again, and the exception is just a few breaks in the clouds here and there. 48's our temperature. The wind chill is just a few degrees cooler than that. If you have evening plans, maybe just a light jacket. You really shouldn't need the rain gear as the rain is pulling out of the area. It's moving off to the east. We're going to continue to have those clouds with occasional breaks here and there. A very slow drop in temperature down to the mid 40s here by the late evening. Moving forward, heading into the weekend, well, more fog to get through. So we're still not quite done with this pattern. So more fog tomorrow. Also more fog for some of us on Sunday. We should actually get some sunshine on Sunday. Some good news there. We could certainly use some of that. And then next week, we're going to get back to a more winter-like pattern, at least as far as our temperatures go. I'll show you when our temperatures drop. That's still ahead.
All right, thanks, Neville. The next Mega Millions drawing is tonight, and that jackpot just keeps rising. It's now at $1.22 billion.
It's a lot of money, so someone could ring in the new year as a brand new billionaire. This is the 5th largest prize in Mega Millions history. One woman missed the $1 billion Powerball jackpot last year, but she still had big winnings.
I scanned our tickets from the previous night on the app, and it had all kinds of confetti, and it said, "You won $1 million." We won $1 million. That's life-changing.
That'd be nice. Mega Millions says this is the most unusual jackpot year in history. Only 3 people have won grand prizes.
Wow. Well, new evidence in a deadly plane crash. The reason why a U.S. official believes Russia could be responsible.
In keeping you safe from the bird flu, the pet food is now being recalled after infected meat killing a house cat.
Plus, holiday spending numbers are in. We'll explain how they translate to good news for the economy.
Your station leading the way with coverage of what's happening right now and what's next. KMBC 9 News.
Right now, a U.S. official is sharing new details on the deadly plane crash in Asia. They say there are early indications the plane was hit by a Russian anti-aircraft system. These are pieces of the plane left after it fell to the ground. At least 38 people were killed. One woman on board says she felt two explosions roughly 30 minutes after takeoff. Flight data shows the plane flew into Russian airspace before crashing.
It sounds like from the reporting that there was some type of aerial combat going on between Russia and Ukraine in the Grozny area. If that is in fact the case, Russia was likely using electronic jamming, which could have impacted the plane's navigation system and would explain its navigational behavior.
Now, this airline is now suspending its flights to multiple locations in Russia, citing potential risk for flight safety.
The deadliest accidental structure collapse in American history happened right here in Kansas City, and it's documented in the KMBC9 Chronicle, the Skywalk tapes. In 1981, a skywalk inside the Hyatt Regency Hotel at Crown Center collapsed during a crowded tea dance. 114 people were killed and more than 200 were injured. KMBC9 had the only news crews at the scene as it happened.
I can hear it in my head right now, 40 years later.
All of a sudden, you heard this noise.
Pop! Pop!
The noise was just incredible, and the building shook.
It sounded like a big tree limb cracking.
I just remember hearing the crack.
Concrete and steel doesn't break quietly.
The second floor walkway begins to sag, and then it begins to split.
Looking at each other, and that's all I remember.
From the very top, here it came.
And they land on top of hundreds of people.
And then black.
In the few seconds right after that was perhaps the most odd portion of the whole event.
Oh, total silence. Total silence and eerie.
You didn't hear a scream. You didn't hear a thing for 3, 4, maybe even 5 seconds. And then the chaos started.
Chronicle, the Skywalk tapes, is available to stream right now on the Very Local app. You can also watch several of our other Chronicle documentaries. The easiest way is to search KMBC Chronicle in the Very Local app store.
Well, here are the latest drive times this afternoon. Downtown to Lee Summit, about 18 minutes on I-71 South. On westbound I-70 downtown to Bonner Springs, 14 minutes, and downtown to Olathe on I-35 South is 18 minutes. Now let's take a live look at the roads. Pretty clear right now, but a crash in southern Kansas City was just cleared up. It appeared 3 vehicles were involved. One was taken away on a tow truck. This is on 435 northbound ramp to 71 highway northbound. So any slowdowns you saw there should be cleared up.
It's the most wonderful time of the year for retailers. Sales grew this holiday season.
CNN's Leah Waldman is getting answers about what this means for the economy as a whole.
This year, retailers were racing the clock to motivate shoppers to buy early and in bulk because there were 5 fewer days than last year between Thanksgiving and Christmas. They landed on Santa's nice list.
I got to just say, hats off to the American consumer. You know, we think that that there's going to be a stop to the spending, but that there never is.
Total U.S. spending grew by 3.8% this year compared to last, according to preliminary data from MasterCard Spending Pulse. It's no surprise that shoppers took advantage of online deals they found, clicking their way to 6.7% of year-over-year e-commerce growth, the same data showed.
To me, what these numbers say is that consumers are feeling okay about their jobs. They're feeling good about where the economy is going to be in 2025.
But it might not all be good news. Global economic analyst Rana Foroohar believes the kind of consumer spending could be a warning sign for things to come.
We are overdue by historical standards for a recession, and the kind of behavior you're seeing now is often the kind of behavior you see when you're at the top of a market cycle.
While big holiday spending numbers were a great sign for retailers, Foroohar has some advice for consumers as we head into 2025.
I'd be looking at paying down debt, getting lower interest rates, locking them in on anything that I can, because I think in the next few years, you're looking at higher rates.
In New York, I'm Lee Waldman reporting.
And if you break Online sales down by category. Online clothing purchases led the pack. They were up by nearly 7%.
Exclusive live radar and 9-day forecast, so you'll know first. This is First Alert Weather.
The sun's just been hiding.
All week?
Good thing I bought new sunglasses for the holidays.
Yeah.
Well, you'll need them on Sunday. So
Okay. Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, sunshine for
Pete said
Sunday.
that last night.
Yes, so it's going to finally come back, but I know it has been a gloomy week, so you might be jonesing for some sunshine. We're actually seeing a few breaks in the clouds right now, and Katie was talking about that at noon, that we might get in on a little bit of sunshine before the sun sets. We've got about 40-ish minutes left here before the sun goes down. There's still some rain, mainly well north and east of the metro, so I do want to show you that first. If you're up near Chillicothe, Trenton, Milan, still some areas of light rain. Otherwise, the rest of the area, we are drying out. We're seeing some breaks in the clouds, especially if you live on the Kansas side. All that being said, we will continue to see more areas of fog. We're not totally done with that just yet. More fog for tomorrow morning, even on Sunday morning. I still think we'll have some patches of fog to get through, but for Sunday afternoon, that sunshine comes back out. Then as we look ahead to next week, some much colder air will start to move in. So we're going to get into more of a winter-like, a more January-like weather pattern as we head into the start of the new year. Before I talk about that, let me show you our visibility here using FutureScan. So right now, we're not seeing any visibility issues. It's fine. It's much better than it was earlier today. But watch as we go through our overnight into early Saturday morning. You see it here, quite a bit of white on the map. So that's indicating visibility dipping down to a half mile or less. So if you're going to be up early tomorrow morning, even through about 9 or 10 a.m., plan on that fog being around, then improving conditions for your Saturday afternoon. Right now, our visibility is not bad out there. It's not the best, but it's not bad. Here's our view looking towards the west, and I noticed just a little bit of sunshine here and there. 48 is our current temperature. Heading into the evening, we're going to continue to be mostly cloudy with some breaks here and there. Overnight, that fog will start to redevelop. We'll get down to about 40 degrees, well above freezing. And then for tomorrow, another day where we're going to be mostly cloudy, 53 degrees for our high temperature, which is a little warm for this time of year. Our normal high is 40 degrees. We're going to stay well above that over the next several days. Planning out your Saturday, fog will be around in the morning, mainly 10 a.m. and earlier. After that, lingering cloud cover, maybe some breaks for the afternoon. Lower 50s tomorrow. Another round of patchy fog early, then more sunshine, more area-wide sunshine on Sunday. Then the clouds come right back on Monday. Some evening showers will move in. Looks like after the evening drive, so more so for the late evening. Tuesday, it's going to be a blustery end to 2024, 39 for a high temperature. We'll start out the new year with a high of 37 degrees on Wednesday, and our highs will stay in the 30s for the rest of next week. Lows in the low 20s and upper teens, and possibly a little bit of a rain-snow mix on Sunday. Again, that is all part of this colder pattern that sets in. You see it here. This will be for next week and looks like much of the following week as well.
Okay, thanks for the heads up, Neville. Well, 'tis the season for New Year's resolutions, so why not make one that's good for your brain?
Why not? Here's a list of things to choose from. Knitting, painting, drawing, pottery. Arts and crafts go beyond creating. One doctor says it can bring you peace.
Crafting can lower the stress hormone cortisol. Recent study found a positive relationship between crafting and people's self-reported happiness, satisfaction, overall sense of well-being.
The National Endowment for the Arts Agency says an arts education can help young people as well, can help them better cope with their feelings, bounce back from adversity, and develop tolerance and compassion for others. And for older adults, it's been linked to positive health outcomes. Well, President Biden is hoping to leave a legacy when it comes time to travel. We're taking a look at the new protections he has put in place.
Keeping your pets safe from the bird flu, the food cat owners need to avoid after meat in it killed a cat.
And we're checking in on holiday travel, the news from KCI and the impression it's leaving on travelers.
On KMBC 9 News at 5, another stowaway has been found on a Delta flight, the international destination someone got a free trip to this time.
Well, the bird flu is now spreading through pet food. One kind that contains raw meat has now been pulled from the market after the virus killed a house cat.
ABC's Andrea Fujii explains how you can keep your furry friends safe.
This morning, health officials are warning pet owners not to give their cats raw food after a house cat in Oregon died of bird flu. Officials tracing the illness to frozen cat food that contained raw turkey. That cat food, Northwest Naturals, was recalled, but experts warn the problem goes beyond a single brand.
We do have many reports of cats acquiring bird flu, predominantly from raw food sources. So this goes with raw milk as well as raw meats.
It's not just house cats. At this animal sanctuary in Washington, 20 big cats were killed in the past month after a bird flu outbreak. Cougars, tigers, and lynxes among the dead. Workers now quarantining sick animals.
Feeling devastated, kind of in shock, and just taking really good care of those ones who are recovering.
The disease has been spreading in wild animals for years and was confirmed in U.S. dairy cows for the first time this year. Authorities in California just last week declaring a state of emergency. And while humans do sporadically get infected with bird flu, it typically causes only mild illness. As for your pets, experts say keep an eye on cats when they go outside to limit their exposure to wild animals, and call your vet if you notice any symptoms.
Clinical signs we're looking at would be loss of appetite, lethargy, fever, severe depression, runny nose, gunk in the eyes, respiratory signs, and lastly, neurologic signs.
Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
Cats do seem to be more vulnerable to bird flu. There are reports of dogs contracting the virus as well.
And we're tracking cases of bird flu in Missouri and Kansas. Only one human case has been reported in our two states. It's in Missouri, and CDC officials do not know how the person contracted the disease. The last reported case of the bird flu in a commercial flock in Missouri was Christmas Eve. And for Kansas, it's December 20th, and both states have reported seeing the bird flu in wild birds.
Leaving a legacy, the travel changes the Biden administration implemented and how the Trump administration could build upon it.
Well, foggy skies clear, the improved visibility in Kansas City, and when the sun could come back.
And right now, KCI is making a good impression, the growth the airport's seen this year.
Your station leading the way with First Alert Weather, Kansas City's most experienced team, KMBC 9 News.
We're not the only ones dealing with dense fog. This video is from Wisconsin, where flights were impacted yesterday. The Appleton International Airport reported delays and cancellations. 60 to 70% of flights were still able to take off, but that fog is expected to stick around there until tomorrow.
And back in Kansas City, our dense fog was around again this morning. This time lapse from the Country Club Plaza shows how the clouds just kept rolling in while traffic rolled on. Last night, visibility was down to less than a mile in some spots.
So before we get to your First Alert weather forecast, we want to take a look at the holiday travel and how the Biden administration has implemented some changes.
KMBC 9's Jackie DeFusco is live in our Washington bureau with how these rules could work under the new incoming Trump administration.
Hey Jackson, Jamie. I reached out to President-elect Donald Trump's transition team to find out how exactly he plans to approach airline regulations. I still haven't heard back at this point, but already consumer advocates and airline executives are making predictions about his second term. In the post-holiday rush, airline passengers have new protections. A federal rule now requires automatic refunds for flight cancellations, significant delays, broken services like Wi-Fi, and in some cases, late bag delivery.
I don't think it's a stretch to say that this administration has done more for passengers than we've ever seen.
But some of the Biden administration's work is unfinished, still moving through the regulatory process.
They want to get rid of the fee that you have to pay to sit next to your small child. They want to make it so that if a flight is delayed, you can get cash compensation.
It's an effort the trade group Airlines for America opposes, writing in a statement, quote, mandating additional cash compensation beyond what airlines already provide will drive up ticket prices, make air travel less accessible for price-sensitive travelers, and negatively impact carrier operations. It comes as some airline executives, from Delta to Southwest, predict that President-elect Donald Trump will be more business-friendly as he pledges to roll back regulations across the federal government.
I will direct every cabinet secretary to cut 10 old regulations for every new regulation, which I did last time.
Most of us expect that the Trump administration will not be as aggressive as the Biden administration has been when it comes to airline passenger rights. I would love to be proven wrong.
Now, another rule from the Biden administration aims to require upfront disclosure of added fees during the ticket purchasing process. Now, that right now is actually tied up in court because of opposition from airlines. But consumer advocates tell me that they hope to see the Trump administration defend that regulation in court when they take office. Jackson.
And Jackie, going back to what protections airlines passengers have today, can you tell us more about this automatic refund rule?
Yeah, Jackson, this really just did take effect about 2 months ago now, so it's pretty new. And the rule covers things like flight cancellations, significant delays, which is specifically defined as at least 3 hours for domestic flights, at least 6 hours for international ones. And then, for instance, when an airline fails to deliver your checked bag on time, but it's not all of them, it has to be pretty extensive, within 12 hours for domestic flights or 15 to 30 for international ones of waiting for your bag. Now, remember, airlines can still offer you some sort of alternative, like a travel credit, for example, but consumers don't have to accept it. If you want that refund for cancellation or a delay, they are required to give it to you under this rule in at least 7 business days, but that's if you pay with a credit card. Otherwise, it may take a little bit longer. Another thing that's interesting to note about this is that consumer advocates do think that this refund rule in particular is a little bit safer, even as the White House changes hands, because Congress actually kind of doubled down on it in a law earlier this year. But of course, we'll see how all of this plays out when Trump takes office, you guys.
All right, a lot of good info. Thank you, Jackie. You can also head to flightrights.gov to see the service commitments each airline has made for cancellations and delays.
Now let's get back to our foggy conditions. First Alert meteorologist Neville Miller joining us now. And if you take a look on your screen, Neville, I mean, what a difference between this morning and right now. And Neville, is the sun finally here to stay?
It's getting there. It's getting there. We're seeing a little bit of sunshine outside right now. And as Jamie mentioned, it was just foggy this morning. Our numbers are a lot better right now. So for most of us, our visibility, it's about 10 miles, which is great. Now, that will be changing tonight. In fact, check out FutureScan here so we can look ahead to what the visibility will be like, and the rest of the evening will be fine. In fact, some of us, you might even see some breaks in the clouds, but by tomorrow morning, you see it again, widespread dense fog. Looks like it'll be likely for much of the area. So for your Saturday morning, we'll likely see that dense fog just like we've had the last several mornings. Sunday is going to be a little more patchy. There will be fog out there, but not all of us are going to see it. And we should get in on that sunshine that we've been needing Sunday afternoon. We should see it area-wide, so some great news there. All that being said, clouds are going to roll right back in on Monday, and I'll time out when those clouds will bring us our next round of rain that's coming up.
All right, Neville, thank you. Kansas City International Airport is giving itself a good report card. It says adding new destinations has made this holiday season even busier.
KMBC 9's Alan Shope shows us the traffic.
It's so nice. It's like a shopping mall.
Kim Winger just flew in from San Diego. Not only was she happy to see the new KCI terminal, she was also pleased how easy it was to travel this holiday season. It's not what she was expecting.
I left at 6 a.m.
Kim, one of 600,000 plus expected to travel in and out of KCI this holiday weekend.
One of our busiest holidays ever.
Because he says
2024 was a really positive growth year for our airline partners here. New flights, new frequencies, additional larger aircraft has really driven just additional seats in the market.
Justin says they weren't sure what the season would bring, but nicer weather added to the so far successful travel season.
We did, before the Christmas holidays, saw some winter weather on the East Coast that slowed things down, and Texas has been hit with a couple of thunderstorms recently.
Justin says this holiday season they're averaging 37,000 people a day in and out of KCI. He says that's enough to fill up Arrowhead every 2 days. And for travelers like Jeffrey Lapp, going out was more difficult than coming home.
We were delayed a little bit flying out too because of all the traffic, all the people.
And some say it was well-deserved travel time.
We came from Las Vegas. It was great. We got to see the mountains, visit family. It was a fun time. It's good to be back home.
At KCI, Alan Shope, KMBC 9 News.
The airport's deputy director says the airport has been working on emphasizing how to use the cell phone lot, so we'll continue to remind you. Tornado damage in Texas, the storm that swept through, ripping into this home.
And getting answers on the prescription price cap, the Republicans pushing to get rid of it before it's already began.
Plus, K-State ends its season with a bowl game win, last night's comeback in Arizona.
Your station leading the way, keeping you safe during severe weather with advanced warnings and live updates. KMBC 9 News.
Right now, one Texas family is looking at the damage done by a tornado. They were on the only home on their block that was hit.
More than 1 million people were under tornado watches in Louisiana and Texas last night. You can see the caution tape around this Houston area home. Bricks torn off there, siding missing. The garage door was smashed in and parts of the roof were damaged.
We were literally just on the floor just trying to take cover just in case anything was going to come in through the windows. But it all felt like 3 to 5 minutes. And then to find out all this happened in 3 to 5 minutes was kind of crazy.
Multiple tornadoes were reported from this strong line of storms.
So Neville, talking about those storms now, where are you seeing them on First Alert radar?
So Jamie and Jackson, we're seeing those thunderstorms. They're down in southern parts of really the southeastern corner of Mississippi, moving into Alabama. So still some more thunderstorms, some more severe weather for them. That's not a concern for our area. We still have some areas of light rain, mainly well off to the north and east of the metro. So if you live a little bit closer to areas like Trenton, Princeton, you might have some of that light rain left over. Otherwise, we're actually getting in on some breaks in the clouds. So we might just see a few slivers of sun here before it sets in about 20 minutes. But moving forward, we're not completely done yet with the fog. So we'll see more of it tomorrow morning, then again in some spots Sunday morning. We should get in on more sunshine Sunday afternoon, which I know we do need. I need it. So more sunshine on Sunday, then getting into next week. It's going to feel more like winter. It is officially winter, by the way. It's going to feel more like it next week and the week after. And I'll let you know when our temperatures start to fall and when we could see some wintry weather That's still ahead.
Okay, appreciate the heads up, Neville. Thank you. Getting answers on prescription costs, the efforts in Congress to get rid of the price cap, and it all started on the campaign trail.
And look good for less. Rawson Reports is breaking down the dupe trends where you can go to get on trend items and on the cheap.
Plus, the Wildcats end the season on a high note. The nail-biter from Phoenix and the players who stepped up.
Your station leading the way, giving you answers on the stories that matter most to you and your family. KMBC 9 News.
Well, many seniors will see savings on their prescriptions in 2025. Copays for drugs covered by prescription plans will be capped at $2,000 per year.
Seniors will have the option of a payment plan to spread out that cost, and the government applies subsidies to keep their prescription premiums from rising to more than $35 a month.
And again, these savings are for the new 2025. They might be gone by 2026.
KMBC 9's Amy Luz in our Washington bureau to explain why.
Some Republicans campaign on repealing the law that made these changes or drastically cutting federal spending, but those ambitions may be met with broad bipartisan public support to keep changes in Medicare in place.
Here you go. It's now law.
The Democrat-only passed Inflation Reduction Act is still unfolding, with the biggest change to Medicare coming in 2026.
Provision that allows Medicare to start negotiating drug prices.
That process may come to a sudden halt under the new Congress and administration.
Conceivably, they could repeal that part of the program, not allow those price reductions to go into effect.
Some Republicans want that to happen.
The scheme sounds less like a negotiation than a shakedown.
Arguing drug makers stand to lose too much profit that could stifle innovation.
More likely, the incoming Trump administration has an opportunity to make changes to how that program is implemented through regulation and guidance.
President-elect Trump, who supported direct government to pharmaceutical negotiations during his first term, now wants to target pharmacy benefit managers who work with insurers and drug makers on pricing instead.
The horrible middleman that makes more money, frankly, than the drug companies, and they don't do anything except they're a middleman. We're going to knock out the middleman.
Direct drug cost negotiations in limbo.
We just really don't have answers to these questions right now. These changes do have important implications for people with Medicare.
Alongside other policies already in place, like wider access to free vaccines and cheaper insulin for seniors.
The political environment really is a lot of unknowns at this point.
Progressive polling shows that a majority of people, including Republicans, support the provisions of the Inflation Reduction Act, while other polling finds that most people are unfamiliar with the law more than 2 years after its passage. In Washington, I'm Amy Liu.
Republicans say they won't cut Medicare's budget, but they have come out against some parts of the Inflation Reduction Act that have expanded it. They still have options for how they could alter the law.
Well, KMBC 9 Chronicle is a documentary series focusing on issues affecting the Kansas City area. We've produced over a dozen chronicles in the last 5 years, many of which are available to stream right now on the Very Local app. That includes Children of the Shawnee Mission, which documents the battle over one of the most valuable and historic pieces of land in Kansas, a piece of land that could hold the unmarked graves of indigenous children. Here's a look.
For us, our history, our long history and relationship with Kansas is more than just a building or two. It's here in the soil. This is sacred and holy ground.
In a small Johnson County town, this ground may hold a secret.
It is estimated that more than 40,000 children may be buried in unmarked graves at schools, at sites across the United States. Who were the children that resided here? What were their names? And what were their stories?
What happened to the children who attended what was once the Shawnee Indian Manual Labor Boarding School?
I'm just trying to imagine what it was like for those kids that slept up here.
They're not going to talk to us about looking for our kids. I find that disrespectful and disingenuous to tell us that they're going to do this in full faith.
The chief quit communicating with me.
This is a Shawnee building. This was a place where they took our language, took our children, tried to stamp out our culture.
More than a century later, the chief of the Shawnee tribe wants a deeper history of the Shawnee Indian Mission exposed.
Well, they brought in a guy named Thomas Johnson. Thomas Johnson was pro-slavery. Look at the Johnsons themselves and look at the wealth they generated. It was from the labor of children.
And that's Chronicle Children of the Shawnee Mission. It's available to stream right now on the Very Local app. You can also watch several of our other Chronicle documentaries. The easiest way to search is KMBC Chronicle in the Very Local app. Well, K-State kept fans on the edge of their seats last night. They played in the Rate Bowl in Phoenix, Arizona.
And it all came down to the last 5 minutes of play.
Ball at the 36. Handoff. This is Edwards firing through. Dylan Edwards at the 15. 10. Touchdown. Kansas State takes the lead.
Wildcats would hold on to that lead, going on to win against Rutgers. Running back Dylan Edwards showed out, running for nearly 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. The head coach says this was a total team win.
It's what our team is. It's what our defense is. It's somebody different all the time that comes up and makes plays. And we got down in that third quarter and we weren't playing great. Then we get one stop and all of a sudden we get some momentum going. I knew that our running backs had to show up and play really well.
The Missouri Tigers are getting ready for their bowl game, taking on Iowa in the Music City Bowl. That game is in Nashville on Monday afternoon. Kickoff is set for 1:30.
Exclusive live radar and 9-day forecast, so you'll know first. This is First Alert.
Should be dry for that game, by the way, MIZ.
That would be fun.
Fans out there.
Okay. No, that'd be fun. That game would be fun to go to.
It would be.
What about for all the watch parties? Because we know that there's such a huge Mizzou alumni network here.
Yes.
Good weather for watch parties here at home?
Monday's going to be a cloudy day. When the game's going on, it should be dry, but heading into Monday evening, that's when rain will move in. We have another storm system that'll bring us some rain Monday evening. Right now, we have rain moving out of our area, so most of us are dry. We're still hanging on to a few showers if you live up near Milan on the Missouri side, Trenton, a few light sprinkles. Also, maybe near Maryville, north of Cameron, also a little bit of light rain. We've had some breaks in the clouds, but we're seeing more of that low cloud cover just settling back in. So right now what you're looking at is satellite. I have radar on here as well, but we've kind of switched up the mode on the satellite to see some of those lower clouds. So you see more of that moving in. expect more fog for tonight, just like we've seen pretty much every night this week. So foggy overnight heading into Saturday morning. More the same Saturday night into Sunday morning. The good news is that we should get some sunshine Sunday afternoon. And then next week, our temperatures have been mild for the most part last several days. It'll be turning colder next week, much colder. We'll get those highs back down into the 30s. So it's going to feel more like late December and early January. Right now, I know it's gloomy, but look at the temperature. It's 48 degrees. That's nearly 10 degrees above our normal high for today. Still cloudy. Again, there have been just a few breaks here and there, but in general, most of us are dealing with the clouds right now. They're going to linger around this evening with just a few breaks, a few patches in those clouds of clearing. Otherwise, again, the clouds will win out. Middle 40s. Tonight will bottom out only near 40 degrees, so not much of a drop off. And then for tomorrow, fog early. Otherwise, it'll be a lot like today where you see the fog dissipate for the afternoon. Maybe a little bit of sunshine will sneak in. Otherwise, 53 degrees, dry weather for tomorrow. 9-day forecast, let's go ahead and break it down, starting off with Saturday. In the morning, areas of fog through at least about 10 a.m. And then like today, we'll see improving visibility for the afternoon, maybe a little sun, low 50s for the afternoon hours tomorrow. So you don't necessarily need the winter coat, but you'll want a jacket through the day. Sunday, more the same. Fog in the morning, except we'll get more sunshine in the afternoon, low 50s. Monday, better chance of rain, but that'll be in the evening. So if you have late evening plans, that moisture might linger into Tuesday. As of right now, we're just going to keep the clouds around. It'll be blustery, much colder, upper 30s for your highs. A chilly start to the new year. Wednesday morning, only 24 degrees. And then we'll keep those highs in the 30s for most of next week. Lows near 20. And then we'll keep an eye on next Sunday. A chance of seeing some rain and snow then. But again, that is next weekend. Our next system coming in between now and then, it's going to move in on Monday, so we'll have a dry start to the day, but as we head into Monday evening, here it is, some light rain, and by the time that colder air moves in, most of the moisture should move out of here, so this one looks like a rain system for us, but then again, turning colder just in time for New Year's Eve.
Get that expensive look for less. One of these shoes costs $300. The other one costs less than half that. Can you tell the difference? Rossum reports with how to impress your friends on the cheap.
Well, online shopping has made it easier than ever to find affordable options for pricier products.
Jeff Rawson is sharing some hacks to find looks for less on everything from clothing to cosmetics and even furniture.
Pay for luxury or save with a dupe. What is a dupe? Well, it's short for duplicate. They're not knockoffs. They're real products that just look like the expensive stuff, but much cheaper. Rawson reports showing you how to find them.
Okay, so I have two different men's dress shoes here, okay? and you can tell they both look pretty good. One of these costs $300. The other one costs just $126, so less than half the price. Take a look. Can you tell the difference? I actually thought this one, when I first didn't know, was the more expensive one. Nope, I got it wrong. It was this one. This is a Hugo Boss dress shoe. It costs $300. This costs just $126. How'd I do it? Let me quickly show you. All right, so I was on the Bloomingdale's website. That's where I bought the expensive Hugo Boss one. Take a screenshot of it. Okay, now you go into the Amazon app. Right next to the search bar right there, you hit that little camera icon, okay? Come down here to upload, okay? And you can choose the screenshot we just did. And boom, right now it's finding similar products, and just that fast it has a list, and there's the shoe we want, $126. How crazy is that? You hit that, you order it, and yeah, you're getting the shoe that I thought was more expensive for less than half the price.
Next, makeup and skincare. Do you really need to spring for the high-end stuff?
In my hand right now, I have 2 vitamin C serums. You can see they're the same size. We checked, they have the same ingredients, but here's the difference. One of these is $182. The other one, just 20 bucks. So how do we find the $20 version with the same ingredients, the same size?
Here's how. This site, skinsort.com, its dupe finder tool, helps you find alternatives to pricey products. We typed in our expensive serum, and look, it found us a match.
And again, $182. I can't say this enough. $20. $182, $20.
But we saved the mother load on furniture. Look at this chair from a fancier store. It's $1,100. We're gonna run a picture of it through this next site, dupe.com. It analyzes the image and finds us cheaper, similar chairs. And yeah, we bought one.
I went with this one from walmart.com, hit the button, ordered it, came right to my house, and look at it, it's a pretty close match. This one costs just $284. Okay, the other one costs $1,100. So we saved over $800, and it literally just got delivered, and my dog Nugget already loves it. And the stitching is nice, it really feels nice, really good deal. As always, online shopping rules still apply here. Be sure to research the place you're buying from and the return policies. 30 days, 60 days, you need a receipt, all that. And opt to use a credit card instead of your debit card for more protections. By the way, we have all of this on my website, RossumReports.com.
Dupes.com. Next at 5, keeping pets warm and safe.
We're going to introduce you to the man collecting and donating equipment and gear for animals that stay outside during the winter months.
Plus, it's another busy day of traveling for those looking to hit the air or the roads. The impact weather is certain parts of the country is having on those heading home.